Bella always felt out of place in her small, quiet town. She had big dreams and wanted something more in life. Something exciting, even a little dangerous. She never expected to find it in Edward, the new boy at school who seemed so distant, so mysterious. Edward was different. His pale skin, cold eyes, and quiet nature made him stand out, but it was something deeper that pulled Bella toward him. When their eyes met for the first time, she felt a connection she couldn't explain, like she'd been waiting for him her whole life. At first, Edward kept his distance. He was always around, but never too close, always watching her, as if protecting her from something. Bella couldn't understand why, but the more time she spent with him, the harder it became to stay away. She felt drawn to him in a way that made her heart race and her thoughts spin. Every time he spoke, his voice felt like a secret just for her. Bella's friends warned her to be careful. Edward was strange, cold, and impossible to figure out. But she didn't care. She couldn't stop thinking about him, dreaming about him. And slowly, Edward stopped pulling away. He couldn't resist her either. Then came the night that changed everything. It was raining, and Bella had followed Edward into the forest, confused and worried about the secrets he was keeping. That's when she saw it. Edward, standing over a deer, his eyes glowing red, his mouth covered in blood. Bella froze. Not in fear, but in shock. The truth hit her. Edward was a vampire. The kind of creature she'd only heard about in scary stories. But even with the blood and his sharp, dangerous eyes, she wasn't afraid. She didn't scream, didn't run. Her heart pounded, but it wasn't terror she felt. It was something stronger. A need to be near him, even knowing the truth. Edward stepped back, ashamed, his voice shaking. Now you know what I am, Bella. This is why I tried to stay away. You should be scared of me. But Bella didn't move. She felt the tears in her eyes, not because she was afraid, but because she loved him. Even after everything, her feelings hadn't changed. She walked closer to him, her voice trembling but firm. I don't care, Edward. I love you. Edward stared at her, unable to believe it. No one had ever reacted this way before. People feared him, ran from him, hated him. But not Bella. She wasn't like anyone else. She loved him, even knowing the darkness inside him. And that love scared Edward more than anything. He didn't deserve her, but he couldn't push her away anymore. From that moment on, they were inseparable. Their love grew, even though they knew it was dangerous. Bella was risking everything by being with him, but she didn't care. She wasn't afraid of Edward or what he was. All she saw was the boy she loved, the one who made her heart feel alive. But their love wasn't easy. Edward's world was filled with danger. Other vampires who weren't as kind, who wouldn't think twice about hurting Bella. He tried to protect her, but she refused to be kept away. She was stubborn, brave, and determined to stay by his side, no matter what. Sometimes, Edward would look at Bella with so much love and fear in his eyes. He was terrified of losing her, of hurting her by accident. But Bella would just smile, take his hand, and remind him that she wasn't going anywhere. Their love was strong, but the fear was always there. Could they really be together, knowing the dangers that surrounded them? Could Bella love a vampire without losing herself in his dark world? Bella didn't have all the answers, but she knew one thing. Her love for Edward was real, and she would fight for it, no matter the risks. She had found something in him that was worth more than fear, something beautiful even in the darkness. Together, they faced the unknown, holding on to the one thing they knew was true, their love. And in the end, that love was stronger than anything else, even death.
If you like this video, subscribe our channel.